Hi, this is Andrew Klavan on The Culture. It's time for an episode of Talking Crap. Crap. Now, all politicians talk crap, but the crap talked by Barack Obama is some of the most craptastic crap talk a crap talker's ever talked. I don't mean the broken campaign promises like his pledge to deliver a net cut in government spending or to ensure people can read new bills before he signs them. I'm not referring to his slippery lies about his associations with the hate-monger Jeremiah Wright or the terrorist William Ayers. No, I'm talking about statements so entirely devoid of truth content that they would be instantly dismantled by a journalist. Except that our journalists have been rendered impotent by a governing narrative that demands they regard a black, left-wing, faux intellectual president as great, instead of, say, ideologically blinkered, fiscally irresponsible, and historically naive. But let's get to the crap. Here's then-candidate Obama's campaign trip to Germany, where he discussed the fall of the Soviet Union and the Berlin Wall.
People of the world, look at Berlin, where a wall came down, a continent came together, and history proved that there is no challenge too great for a world that stands as one.
Whoa, that's crap. I mean, give it, say, 5 seconds of thought. Have you ever seen the world stand as one about anything? Well, it didn't during the Cold War either. For one thing, the Soviets fought hard to keep that wall standing. And in Europe and America, any bipartisan anti-communism was pretty well shattered by the radicalization of the left in the late 1960s. By the 80s, when Ronald Reagan launched his aggressive campaign against the Soviets, he was frequently lambasted by liberal media and politicians for the very actions that helped bring that evil empire down. President Obama calls himself a student of history, as I call myself Marie of Romania. But perhaps he would have been faster to support the freedom fighters in Iran and slower to support the communist-backed wannabe tyrant in Honduras if he understood that the world never stands as one for liberty until great leaders stand up first. Here's more crap.
We have already identified $2 trillion in deficit reductions that will help us cut our deficit in half by the end of my first term.
Craptacular. Although spending under the Bush administration was bad, President Obama has at least quadrupled the Bush deficit. And now the Congressional Budget Office says our debt is unsustainable and will soon outstrip our gross domestic product. And that's before the crippling addition of so-called healthcare reform. So, where are those $2 trillion in deficit reductions supposedly coming from? Most of it is imaginary savings from not continuing the surge in Iraq for 10 more years, even though Bush ended the surge before Obama took office. Man, that's a lot of crap. Here's some more.
As soon as I took office, I asked this Congress to send me a recovery plan by President's Day that would put people back to work and put money in their pockets. Not because I believe in bigger government. I don't.
Crap, crappity, crap, crap, crap. The president's spending has in no way stopped the rise of unemployment. Yet, Obama continues to support anti-free market programs like a massive energy tax, national health insurance, and government bailouts of failing businesses. There can now be no doubt that he loves big government, even though it has reduced freedom and prosperity everywhere it's tried. It's possible he's never acquired enough real-life experience to make him re-examine his ideology in the light of the facts. But then, that's the problem with talking crap, unchallenged by the press and cheered by the populace. It leads you to thinking crap, and crap actions, and just crap. This is Andrew Klavan on The Culture.